Police arresting 11 people in New York today for allegedly selling party packs of cocaine and sex to high-end clients. Law enforcement officials cracking down on the prostitution ring ahead of any big parties they might have had in the works for the Super Bowl weekend. Pervaiz Shallwani is here with the details. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So it sounds like it has been quite a week. This is a pretty sophisticated, multi-million-dollar operation. I mean, what was going on here?
Well, according to the Attorney General's office, for the last 11 months, they've been noticing, they've been keeping track of these groups who've been using the internet as well, and specifically advertisements on local access television that are suggestive in nature to woo clients to come and participate in, high-end clients to participate in activities that include prostitution and cocaine buys. So,
right, and they basically said for this party pack you would get prostitutes,
you
and,
get prostitutes and cocaine,
Viagra maybe.
Going as far as Texas for some of these.
Yikes. So why did police feel like they had to make their move now ahead of the Super Bowl weekend?
So supposedly last weekend, part of this involved sending out large blasts of text message, and last week they saw a very large blast of text messages going out, looking for clients who are going to be here for the Super Bowl to party.
I imagine they thought they were going to have a pretty big weekend. Now, the people that they were kind of looking for and arresting today, these seem to be mostly the managers, the heads of the prostitution ring. What about the actual prostitutes? I mean, what's going to happen to them?
So the prostitutes have been handed over to a nonprofit organization that deals with victims of crimes, and this seems to be a general push by law enforcement agencies to treat prostitutes as victims instead of as suspects.
Basically assuming that they may have been caught up in a sex trade at some point, and they weren't doing this of their own will.
Most law enforcement officials believe that if there is prostitution going on somewhere along the line, there's slavery happening as well.
Now, why do we see big upticks like this ahead of something like the Super Bowl? Has this happened other places?
Sure. There have been studies that have shown that in Dallas and in Miami there's quite an uptick of activity, sexual prostitution activity in the lead up to the Super Bowl. And the general belief is that you have a lot of young people coming to town looking to party for 4 or 5 days, and part of that partying includes wanting things like drugs and sex.
All right. Well, quite a big crackdown instead. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.